We're looking at question 68 on the AP Statistics Midterm Review Packet, and before I read the prompt, I'm going to go ahead and read my choices here. I'm told, okay, this is an example of, I have a simple random sample, a stratified random sample, completely randomized design, a matched pairs design, or a double-blind design. Now, why is this important? Is choices A and B deal with how we sample. Choices C, D, and E deal with how we experiment. Now I know when I read this prompt, I can ask myself, is this a sampling process that's going on, or is it an experiment process that's going on? And if I do that, I can eliminate some of my choices. So now when reading that, I know where to begin. So are dogs better at tracking the movements of brightly colored objects? I guess that's the question they want to answer. So how are they going to answer that question? Well, here's what they're going to do. They're going to take 15 experienced disc dogs who have been trained to catch flying discs in midair. They're going to give them the chance to catch a bright red disc or a plain white disc. All right, so what are they going to do? They're going to each disc is going to be thrown 10 times for each dog. That's what's going on. The sequence is determined randomly on which one they throw first, either the white or the red. I'm going to stop right there for a second. They're randomly assigning which color disc is going to be thrown first. That, to me, tells me I'm dealing with an experiment. So I know my answer is not A and my answer is not B because those are samples. So I either have a completely randomized design, a matched pairs, or a double blind. Now, you may say, oh, I'm going to keep reading here, but I'm not. One of the choices is double blind. The person throwing the disc is going to know what color disc they're throwing. So it can't be double blind. So that's not it either. So I'm stuck between C and D now. So that's good news. That's what I'm going to focus on. So now let me finish reading. The proportion of red discs caught is going to be compared to the proportion of blue discs caught for each dog. Now, what does that mean? Dog number one is going to be thrown, is going to decide randomly whether it's the red or the white that gets thrown first, and they're going to throw it, and they're going to see how many bright red discs it catches, and they're going to see how many plain white discs it catches, and we're going to compare the proportions to that dog. So we're going to compare the proportion of red discs and white discs caught for dog one to dog one. Then we're going to do the same thing for dog two. This sounds like matched pairs. We're comparing the proportion of red discs and white discs caught by the same dog. That is a matched pairs design. Now, why this problem is because if you read the choices first, you can determine, are you dealing with sampling or are you dealing with experiments? And that allows you to focus how you're going to read that, when you read that problem, what you're looking for. And then when you're reading that problem is what's the difference in the remaining choices. So that is question 68.